Please welcome Ilana Glazer. You know I love you.
I just love you, Jon Stewart.
I know I love you, Ilana. But, and, boy, this movie's so good.
Thank you.
And it's so funny. And you're so good in it. And I'm thrilled to death for you.
Whew, thank you.
Yeah, are you excited for it? It's coming out. When is it coming out?
It's coming out in select cities May 17th and expands. And expands the 24th and 31st.
Did you yourself personally select the cities, young lady?
No, just the demographics, you know.
So Ilana Glazer didn't say, I would like to go to Louisville with my movie. The relationships. So it's yourself, it's Michel Buteau, and it's Hasan Minhaj plays her husband, and he's the most wonderful husband. It's not believable.
They are such a delicious couple, and also, like, Michelle keeps saying, it's giving such Queens. We look like we grew up in Queens together, you know?
It really does. I have to tell you, though, like, at the end, I'm not going to give anything away, but, like, I did get a little, like, teary.
Yeah, good.
Like,
Yeah, baby.
Ilana, why would you do that to me?
We want you to feel your feelings.
I was feeling my feelings. What about your feelings? Not only is this about the mom, you're the mom, you had your Mother's Day.
We were doing a Q&A screening in Lincoln Square. I was with Julie Louis-Dreyfus. I was like, happy Mother's Day to me, dog. So I got to, she did
That's lovely.
a Q&A for us. I was like, thank you, girl.
Okay, so she doesn't live there.
At the Lincoln Square AMC? No.
That's what I'm wondering.
No, but I'm so glad you liked it.
Yeah, it's really, and was it strange to sit in the theater and watch it go down?
Didn't. Skedaddled after the Q&A.
You don't watch the people watch the movie?
Well, you know, I've seen it a bunch of times. We did the test screenings too, and it was like in Burbank or whatever. They lured people at the mall to come see the movie and, you know, give us feedback and stuff. I've just seen it so many times, and I just watched it in LA at like a little private screening, and we have tomorrow the premiere. So,
how do they lure? So I did that once, and what do they do to lure them? Because I think they should use gummies.
Yeah, I think they use gummies. I think that's legal now. I think people need work. They lure them with employment in an employment-based insurance system. So
That's right.
People are just desperate.
And they like to
survive.
have the opinions. Do they, after something like that happens, does the company come to you and say, Phil from Kips Bay
for sure
said, do they really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they definitely care about their the people's opinion, which I do too.
Right.
And like also you take some stuff with a grain of salt. Sometimes they're like, it was really gross. And it's like,
what?
Yeah, well, you know, you just don't usually see women talk like this or experience pregnancy through their own voice. So I could see why you think it's gross.
But
you know?
that's the perspective. The relationship between you and Michelle is so lovely and easy and just natural.
And we've been friends for 20 years.
Oh, for real?
For truly 20 years. So, you know, she is like...
The hugs are real.
Oh, the big titty just... Oh, Michelle loves top titty meat. Our top titty meat just spilling over, just 20 years. She is effervescent. She is effervescent. She is effervescent. She is vibrant. Top titty meat, Jon Stewart, you know what I mean? But you know, to be honest, like this is how women talk.
Yes.
And you know, when we first sent this script out, I wrote this with my mom just called you backstage the #1 mensch. You're like #2 compared to Josh Rabinowitz, who I wrote this movie with.
The script with him, yeah.
You got to meet him.
He's #1.
Such a mensch.
Right.
And you know, and Susie Fox, our producer, as we were writing this and collaborating it, we put a list together of the most surprising and absurd experiences we were having becoming parents, and we couldn't believe that these things hadn't been covered in film, you know?
Right.
And we send the script out sort of to the industry or whatever to see if anybody wants to make it. And you know, some people got it, and then some people found it like really gross, really blue. And it's like, no, it's just real. This is how women talk to each other, and this is what pregnancy is. You know, you get...
Well, that is the thing about it, as you watch it, as someone who is non-woman. I don't know if that's the term we're using now.
Whatever you say becomes the culture, baby.
It was, yes. You ate and left no crumbs, Ilana. My daughter taught me that.
Nice.
I really don't. And
We love her.
she has me say it at times out of context.
Nice.
It's brutally embarrassing. But it really, the repartee, the way that you guys talk, the friendship that around it comes so naturally to the characters that it's incredibly infectious. And you just also you guys are like the just dirty Laverne and Shirley.
Yes!
Like it is so like the physical comedy as well is also such a big part of this.
Yeah, I mean, I think like women are dying to just be themselves, you know? And it's like, weirdly, we're in this time increasingly where our bodies are more and more policed, and it's just funny what people are like, this is a raunch-com, shocking. And I'm like, girl, have you spoken to a woman lately? You ever laugh with a woman, you know?
I gotta tell you, like, and then if you guys on this, I'm like, can I give away at least just one line? Can I say?
Jon Stewart, you can do whatever you want.
One of my favorite lines of the whole thing is she has this incredible sort of relationship with this gentleman, and it's really this lovely kind of walk through your evening, and it ends with they're both obviously feeling very amorous, and Ilana turns to him and says, "Let's ruin some towels." I was just like, score! It's so awesome.
Thank you. And shout out to Stefan James, who plays that actor, and the incredible cast: Oliver Platt, Sandra Bernhardt, John Carroll Lynch, Hassan Minhaj, the Lucas brothers, fan favorite.
Lucas brothers they're really funny.
Incredible. And Dragana is played by Elena Uspenskaya. Can you believe Dragana?
Dragana was,
First movie ever.
Can I tell? What?
Yes, girl, first movie ever.
Are you serious?
Slade.
Crushed it.
Goes back to her like spot, you know, every take, and it was just like, thank you.
Is there anything more fun than talking about a movie that they haven't seen yet? There's very little I enjoy more than the secret information that you and I have that they do. I imagine the Oppenheimer people did that. They'd come around and they'd go, you know what he said to Einstein? And then the audience would be like, I don't know what the movie is.
Should I give a summary?
Do you want to give a summary?
I'll give a summary.
Give a summary.
Please. Okay, so...
Yes.
So, this movie is about two best friends who are in very different points in their lives. Dawn, who's played by Michelle Buteau, has 2 kids and a husband, and my character Eden is single and a free spirit and gets knocked up and decides to keep the baby. And their friendship is tested thereafter. And hilarity and verklempt
also pathos.
ensues.
Also pathos.
Also pathos. Mad pathos. Mad
pathos.
Crumbs. No crumbs.
No crumbs. I just love you so much, and you're so good. And everything you do is just filled with just bangers after bangers. Like just the lines are so funny, and your stuff is so good. And for God's sakes, woman.
Oh, it is my honor, my pleasure, my hero.
Stop it. Babes will be in the theaters this Friday, May 17th. Ilana Glazer.